Have you, as an athlete or the mom or an executive, wanted to go beyond your expectation, reach optimal performance? But if that's not you, maybe it is you that you're experiencing some issues with memory loss, cognitive decline, depression, anxiety, attention issues. If this sounds like you, please know that you're not alone. I have experienced, the memory loss, I was in a car accident and experienced some cognitive decline, and it takes me a lot longer to think about something that I wanted to do. But what if I told you that there's a solution to that? What if I told you that there's something that's been around for a long time called neurofeedback training that can help you? Well, I've been doing this since March of this year, of 2024, and we want to invite you to attend a virtual webinar called Rewiring the Brain with Neurofeedback Training. And Dr. John Silva, I'm so excited. Dr. Silva has said he would do this. This is September 17th from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm excited that this is virtual, so everyone around the world can be a part of this and learn what it is. So Dr. Silva, thank you so much for taking the time to do this for not only my audience, but to anyone who would like to attend. So what will people get out of attending this webinar? Are they going to be forced to do neurofeedback training, or are you going to tie them up if they don't?
No, not at all. I mean, we, of course, will discuss neurofeedback training, what that is all about. And this may be new for people, even though neurofeedback has been around for decades. But yeah, you're going to learn so much. And I love to teach. I've been doing this. I've been doing presentations, webinars, seminars for years. And one of the things that challenges me, and I love the challenge, is taking especially the complexity of our nervous system, our brain, and how all this operates, and bringing it down to a place that we can all understand, no matter our age, and especially when it relates to our brain, because, and as you will learn in the webinar, the brain is such an important part of our body, but unfortunately overlooked with many of the issues that we may be dealing with. And the time usually the time it's looked at is when we're too far down that slippery slope of dementia, as I call it, or we've had a head injury, perhaps a sports injury or concussion injury. Yes, it's looked at that time, but we should be paying attention to this all the time, because it's what makes us who we are, who we have become, our emotions, our cognitive well-being. So we're going to go over some of the basics of how our brains operate, and I'm talking very basic. And it's intriguing. It really is. People oftentimes after my seminars and webinars are like, "Thank you so much. I never really realized the importance of our brains." And we're going to talk about some strategies that you can start applying in your own life that will help to get this thing sitting between our ears functioning better immediately. Okay. So I'm going to share some of that information. And this is decades of research that I have done, my clinical application of the different technologies, therapies that I've worked with. And I've worked with thousands of clients around the globe. As you mentioned lately, that the cool thing about today's therapies and technologies is a lot of this can be done in a home setting. You can optimize your brain with what's accessible to you almost in the here and now. So you're going to learn some strategies, and I'm going to talk to you about different ways that we can evaluate how your brain is doing. In fact, we're going to give away to two lucky winners what we call a neurometric brain map. It's in a way to actually map out the different regions. And I will talk to you about the different regions and what they're named and what they're responsible for. You're going to get to know where memory comes from. You're going to get to know why you might be struggling with anxiety and what part of the brain influences that. So stuff that you probably never heard before, especially those that might be suffering with these things. But we're going to be able to give and show you how we can actually map out these different parts of the brain and identify where there could be some imbalances, where the wiring, as you mentioned, has become unraveled and unwired or short-circuited, and more importantly, what we can do to reverse that and change that.
Absolutely. So join us on September 17th, 2024 on the Rewiring the Brain with Neurofeedback Training. It's a webinar, it's virtual. Anyone around the world can attend. And we want to invest in you. So the webinar is at $49.95. That's what the cost is, which is something that people spend all the time with things that really don't matter in their life. But if you join us before September 6th, we will invest in you, and it'll be $39.95. We want everybody to feel that this is affordable, because when you lose your mind, what else do you have? This is such an important part, and we need to protect it in any way that we can. So please join us, register today, be a part of this program anywhere around the world, be a part of winning. You could possibly win one of the neuromapping or the brain mapping, so that you can start your journey. So join us on September 17th, 2024, start your journey rewriting your brain with neurofeedback training, or just learning some new truths about your brain. We'll see you there.